Good morning and welcome to AIM Academy's 2019 5th grade Moving Up ceremony. Thank you so much, friends and family members, for being here to celebrate this wonderful class. At this point, I'd like to introduce our head of school, Chris Herman.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 5th grade Moving Up Day at AIM. I'd like to extend a special welcome to the many parents, grandparents, and siblings who've joined us to celebrate our students as they finish lower school today and move on to middle school. I'd also like to take a moment, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge the two women that have made moments like this possible at AIM, Pat Roberts and Nancy Blair. Give us a quick word. Visionary founders saw the potential for a school like ours 14 years ago and made this all happen. And so we all owe them a great debt of gratitude for their vision and fortitude. Our 5th graders out here have had quite a year running a 5K for Girls on the Run, on the stage with Willy Wonka, spending the night at the zoo, raising funds for World Bicycle Relief, and as recently as this week, selling over $1,200 worth of lemonade for pediatric cancer. Students have enjoyed a pretty wonderful year, and I've enjoyed watching you all grow, and it's been a special first year as head of school for me, so I thank you for that. You've all become more confident readers. You've learned and discovered new things every day. You've learned what it means to be global citizens, fearless learners, and you are going to be very successful in middle school. We are very proud of each and every one of you. And to the families of our 5th grade class of 2019, today is a day to reflect on everything that all of these young people have accomplished. You all have an unwavering belief in your children, and it's been an honor to be part of their journey. Naturally, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the lower school faculty that make miracles happen every single day in their classrooms. Without their inspired teaching and commitment to building strong relationships with kids like you, none of this could be possible. So I'd like to ask the lower school faculty and staff to stand and be recognized. So you're all in for a great event today, and I'm honored to be here with you all, just as I've been honored to be alongside you for this portion of your journey. Such a fun and engaging group of students this year, so it's my pleasure to welcome Jen back to the podium to get started.
5th grade students, you are truly a remarkable group, and I'm so grateful to have gotten to know you during my first year here at AIM. With the love and support of your families and the guidance, expertise, and mentoring of your teachers, you have grown in so many ways. So let's take a moment to pause now, students, and let's please give one more round of applause to acknowledge and thank your wonderful families and your outstanding teachers. 5th graders, this year we have watched you become more skillful readers, writers, mathematicians, artists, athletes, historians, and scientists. You have gained knowledge and also key life skills, such as how to persevere through frustration, how to problem solve and use strategies to accomplish your goals, how to forge friendships and be part of a group, and how to advocate for yourself. One of the hallmarks of this class is honestly your sense of humor that bonds you together and brings a lightness to each day. As you move on to middle school, continue to work hard, keep laughing, and take care of each other. We are so proud of each of you, and we wish you all the best in middle school and beyond. So now it's time for your teachers to present you with your achievement awards, and your teachers have prepared a little something special for each of you.
A future aeronautical engineer in our midst. This creative young man knows everything about planes and can always be counted on to be sketching them in his free time. He always starts his day by greeting his teachers and would never dream of getting on the Wissahickon bus without wishing his teachers a nice afternoon. A natural in the makerspace, this robotic superstar has designed and flown his own 3D printed model, rocket, and airplane. He's a curious thinker, and his talent extends to the stage as he shared his singing voice both in the lower school showcase and in performances of Frog and Toad and Willy Wonka. His confidence and drive to succeed is admirable as he tries his best in every class. This student constantly makes connections across academic areas and frequently incorporates his German heritage and experiences into his school day. With no lack of commitment, this student even donned his snowsuit to present his famous American, Lindsey Vonn, as the sun was shining and the temperature was rising. This Achievement Award goes to Julian Backus.
One word that comes to mind when thinking of this lady is a natural-born performer. She loves being the center of attention, and she brought her own touch of drama to her performance of Veruca Salt in Willy Wonka. Her talents don't stop there, as she has the voice of an angel, which was displayed in the lower school showcase. When she's not singing, you can find her pumping up her teammates on the trail for Girls on the Run, or helping the first graders learn about the importance of their words. She is always willing to support a friend and enjoys helping both teachers and peers. She has a smile that lights up any room and an infectious laugh that at times can be heard for miles. Whether you're looking for a hug or a new slime recipe, she is always willing to share. She may even have the necessary ingredients in her locker. This diva turned out time during the Famous Americans presentations as she embodied the talent and charisma of Cher. Accomplishing so much in her first year at AIM, this firecracker has soared in math. This academic award goes to Sonia Borish.
This energetic and entertaining young man brightens any room he walks into. It's always easy to find him as his constant drumming and tapping, water bottle banging, or booming voice are never far away. He is always on the move, in the hallways, on the field, or perfecting his chair balancing skills in the classroom. Despite sweat dripping down his face, he will always be wearing a sweatshirt in 90-degree weather, fully embodying the term sweatshirt. A lover of snacks, he can often be found with Dorito fingers and is known for his ability to eat many, many munchkins in one sitting. He pushed himself to meet new academic challenges this year, especially in math and reading. Although he may not always admit it, he has amazing natural artistic talent and is known for his extensive and perfectly organized colored pencil collection. He has a huge heart, and he is kind and compassionate, never one to shy away from a joke. His middle-aged teachers can always count on him for constant entertainment. This aspiring doctor is sure to make it big, and we can't wait for him to return with a new Lamborghini and Maserati for his wonderful fifth-grade teachers when he does. This achievement award goes to John Cacciamani.
Nominated as both Mr. Fix-It and the most likely to become a future engineer, this young man is a curious and creative questioner. He often uses his awesome problem-solving skills to fix everyday problems that plague us, like rain and mud drainage problems on the playground. Where others saw a mess, he saw a potential masterpiece. He has also been summoned by the 5th grade teachers to fix things, including a broken pencil sharpener, stapler, and endless upgrades to our fish tank pump. His idea of fun is often to single-handedly take apart and reassemble anything mechanical. Known to be the king of swings on the playground, you can also often find him during recess walking full rounds of the field and in deep conversations about his dream monorail over Africa or his rainwater solution for AIM that involves roofs, pipes, and drains flowing into the river. This student was easily recognizable on the zoo trip due to his exceptional spatial planning, evidenced by his rolling suitcase. It was intricately and expertly organized, complete with carefully placed cords and straps to enable effortless rolling along the paths. All the while, this managing to bring along an air mattress for which he received the title, Air Mattress King. If it's 3rd period and you can't find this student, he is most likely lost in counting the pretzel money in the ILC. A deeply insightful and compassionate student, we know he will be an integral part of making the world a better place, one unique invention at a time. This Achievement Award goes to Bowen Cox.
This energetic and bubbly young lady was a great addition to AIM this year. An amazing storyteller, she was often heard in the hallways and the classrooms, capturing the attention of her classmates and teachers about her entertaining weekend adventures. She definitely has a future in party planning, as her Wilson parties often included the healthiest of cinnamon buns and smoothies. In the need of a game for a game day, she will happily come up with one on her own and on the spot. Her gifted writing and creative imagination shined as she took on the role of the revolutionary Betsy Ross during the Famous Americans project. She is a natural-born athlete and future Alex Morgan, with her fancy footwork and agility that can be spotted on both the football and soccer fields. Her athletic abilities do not stop there, as she was also an enthusiastic participant in Girls on the Run, and was often seen running circles around her coaches and fellow teammates. She is an all-star individual with a bright future. This Achievement Award goes to Annabelle DeForest Keys.
Kind, caring, and motivated are just 3 words that come to mind when you think of this young lady. She strives to learn as much as she can, and she has made incredible strides in all areas as she gracefully joined the AIM family this year. When not volunteering to help her peers or teachers throughout the day, this student has a surprising sense of humor that cracks up those around her. A natural performer, this breakout star put on an unforgettable performance as Charlie in Willy Wonka. She truly has the golden ticket, a perfect combination of charm and a sweet personality that shines both on and off the stage. Aside from the arts, she was a magnificent team player on the Reading Olympics team. Her compassion for others is outstanding, often trying to learn more about other cultures and people. She is a wonderful role model for younger students, as many students look up to her because of her kindness and efforts to be a great leader. She ran out of her comfort zone this spring as she set and exceeded new goals on the trail as Girls on the Run participant. This Achievement Award goes to Gabby Gella Klein.
This next young man is a lover of all things meow. His cat retriever invention he pitched to the Shark Tank panel was truly legendary. He is a true comedian with impeccable timing, but not always at the best time. His thirst for architecture is evident when he is building Words or The Destroyer with Legos and Wilson, or trying to figure out a way to solve world problems. He is thoughtful to everyone and enjoys seeing his success. His kind-hearted is always on display. He is one of the only students I know who would take the time to set the lunch table for the first graders before he sits himself. This amazing gentleman walks in every day with a smile on his face to start the day and ends each class with a thank you and have a good day. His manners are something that can only be found in an etiquette book. Some of you may have a vivid recollection of his amazing wax museum outfit as the one and only Ace Ventura. I know very few people who could pull off that outfit with such swag all day as he did. This hilarious young man should be proud of all his gains he has made this year in 5th grade. In the words of Jim Carrey, alrighty then, this ACK Achievement Award goes to Aiden Goldstone.
This student is guaranteed to brighten your day with his sweet smile. An avid hockey and baseball fanatic, he can easily discuss stats for his favorite teams with accuracy and intensity. If you're ever in need of any sports-related statistics, look no further, because this student is your man. It's not surprising he's a super math student, considering he can easily rattle off each individual Philly player's batting average and every pitcher's ERA. He's an amazing sled hockey athlete and a fierce competitor on the ice with passionate play that helps propel his team to win. This student often sparks interesting class conversations by asking thoughtful and provoking questions to seek deeper meaning. His passion and energy cause him to fight hard for what he believes in. He can be fiery and determined, but is clear that underneath that tenacious exterior is a compassionate heart that seeks and fights for justice. We look forward to seeing him continue to hone his passion to ensure equity, particularly for those for whom others have often overlooked. We can't wait to see the amazing things he accomplishes as he heads to middle school. This Achievement Award goes to Lucas Harrod.
This easygoing young lady always has a smile ready for anyone, and it radiates kindness to everyone in the room, unless you're discussing algebra. If that's the case, beware, because she'll be sure to tell you that letters have no business being in math. An avid Elvis Presley fan, she is also a creative builder of all projects containing maps, especially those of Africa. She is often the first student to offer help to other students or to be a calm presence for her teachers. She used her calm demeanor when she served as the Reading Olympics captain, staying cool under pressure and contributing to numerous key answers for team points. This chocolate chip cookie maker is ambitious and a hardworking student. We have no doubt she's on her way to great things because she is also a great advocate for her own learning. She's not just about hard work, though. She has a fun-loving side that is also very energetic. You can count on her to be the first one to turn in her homework and to complete her writing assignments with deep insight and creativity. Empathetic, helpful, insightful, and incredibly accountable, she is an inspiring role model. This Achievement Award goes to Kaylee Jacobs.
with a strong moral compass and an unbridled enthusiasm for life. He brings with him an invigorated and optimistic energy to every classroom he enters. He is always up for a challenge. Though he can be heard miles away responding to new classwork with an enthusiastic body shake and falsetto voice exclaiming, "Wait, we're going to do what?" And then his hardworking initiative, focus, and resolve propels him to achieve, and he says, "Okay then, let's get started." Throughout Wilson and reading this year, he has stayed motivated, even though it has been challenging. He is a lover of all things related to cookie cake. A natural athlete, he can run, jump, and pretty much play any sport easily, but we've seen him move fastest when he once spotted a centipede. While his body was made for constant movement, he seeks serenity in cocooning himself, but sometimes this makes for extreme and fun classroom rearrangement. An unofficial MVP of the Reading Olympics team, not only did he share his love for good stories, but his super caring side blossomed, and he emerged as a compassionate advocate for his classmates. With a mind full of amazing things, he writes effortlessly when presented with any creative writing prompt. He expresses joy through his innate gifts to illustrate and build architecture. With a giant heart, rich in the ability to recognize and understand the feelings of others, he easily and kindly connects to his classmates and brings them great peace. He also uniquely sheds light and hope for the future on all of those, especially his teachers, around him. This Achievement Award goes to Emmanuel Johnson.
This young man cannot have enough good things said about him. He starts every class with a smile, and he does his best to wait for the right moment to crack a joke while being sure to laugh at himself. He is a natural leader, often taking the reins in social studies and science to help his fellow classmates excel. He has a natural ability to understand mathematics, often doing the math in his head so quickly that the teacher needs to grab a calculator to check his work. Although he will occasionally take the long way around to delay his inevitable fate of taking an 8-minute math test, he never fails to show what he knows as he works towards his goals. He is a beggar of Jolly Ranchers and is not afraid to request one every day for his mere presence in math class. This student is sure to make a large investment in the food industry, as he's a profound lover of all things bacon, cheeseburger, and milkshake related, and has dreams of buying the island of Exuma to convert the tourist attraction of Pig Beach into a bacon factory. His classmates and teachers love to hear stories about his dog Chump, and how he would love to invent a dog mill to motivate overweight dogs to exercise. A feminist in the making, this young man never fails to identify that he is in good company among fellow feminists, Barack Obama, and that Harry Potter guy. He jumped right into the AIM family this year, and XD has quickly befriended everyone in his grade. This Achievement Award goes to Francis Kitching.
This young man might just be one of the most kind-hearted individuals we have at AIM. He is also the most likely to give someone a beautiful drawing just to be kind or to try to make their day. Often the first to say thank you to teachers, he lights up the room with a smile and gratitude for fun activities, or when a teacher brings Doritos or brownies for a good lunch. A lover of reading and mathematics, this student gives 100% in his work, and he has earned the title of MVP for the most books read in Reading Olympics. A fan of all things Marvel, He is a great friend to chat about superheroes and movies with, though his knowledge surpasses many. This student was new to AIM this year, but one would not be able to tell by the way he has been able to immerse himself into the classroom culture, as he is eager to participate and share his ideas with others. He often lends a helping hand to his teachers, quickly volunteering to run to the copier, or to help turn on the projector for a presentation. He should feel proud of himself, as he truly embodied the grit of the U.S. hockey team during the Famous Americans project. This student deserves a little more cowbell to celebrate the success he has had over the course of his 5th grade year. This achievement award goes to Josh Klein.
This respectable and polite young man is incredibly thoughtful. He always goes out of his way to lend a hand, ask people about their weekends, or congratulate them on their successes. He is a true Wilson guru and can recite every rule at the drop of a hat. His skills don't end there, as he is a whiz with his math facts and enjoys challenging his brain in new ways. A star on the stage, he had the whole room laughing with his portrayal of Augustus Gloop in the lower school performance of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. His love of performing doesn't end there, as he is often found singing along to the music blaring through his headphones. A lover of sports, especially football and basketball, he would happily spend all day tossing a ball or talking stats with his friends. If it wasn't for him, Miss Quinn Green never would have placed top 10 in the AIM football pool. He is an engineer in the making, coding his own version of Duck Hunt in Robotics Club. A travel aficionado, he has had quite the itinerary this year, and he is looking forward to spending his 3rd summer at overnight camp. This achievement award goes to Zach Grimsby.
This compassionate and caring young lady is kind, hardworking, and a genuine friend to all. Don't let her soft-spoken demeanor fool you, as she is a natural teacher who supports her classmates' efforts throughout each school day. She is also an enthusiastic learner with a creative side. Just ask her about the new keyword she created for her Wilson group, and she will respond with a lively A, Angel, A. Over the course of this year, she has made amazing gains in each of her classes and has reached many of the goals she set for herself. Her impressive math abilities shine through as she tackled complex concepts, and she consistently demonstrated that she had quite the knack for numbers. A future Broadway star with her beautiful and elegant singing voice, she excelled at the role of the Candyman in the lower school performance of Willy Wonka this year. As a first-time participant in Girls on the Run, she brought everything she learned into her everyday life. She is humble, quietly confident, and a fantastic role model for her peers. This achievement award goes to Isabel Lobley.
This all-around hardworking student has been an integral part of the 5th grade class. She is truly a delight to work with, as she demonstrates a positive attitude, a kind and friendly demeanor, and incredible progress with show and grit. While demonstrating a true passion for soccer, this little feminist made strong connections between the classroom and what is going on in the real world. Even though she complains that she can't run for office one day due to being born across the pond, she's sure to use her voice for change in any way she can. When she's not escorting her teachers to the copier to chat with them, this student can be found exploring her creative side. She is an incredibly talented artist, especially when she gets into the flow of her own work. No matter the temperature, you're sure to hear this student exclaim that she's just so cold, despite being dressed in an oversized sweater or sweatshirt on a regular basis. A lover of anything she would consider cozy, this student is not shy about snagging a teacher's jacket, sweater, or scarf to add an extra layer. When not working hard in the classroom, she can be found recreating Vine videos with her friends or jamming out to Kygo with her teachers. This student has made incredible progress in all academic areas, and she has demonstrated more and more confidence in herself every day. This young lady is sure to be successful in the future as she continues to grow and succeed as a learner. This Achievement Award goes to Hope Massione.
LeBron, Durant, Simmons, and Embiid have nothing on this next basketball all-star. This student can often be found tossing a football or bouncing a basketball in the hall. He is dedicated to his friends and is frequently holding court at the lockers instead of making his way to class. He is passionate about many things. Oftentimes he can be heard talking game stats or highlights with his peers and teachers, while somehow swearing he's still on task. This Reading Olympic All-Star was a leader for his team and crushed it at the competition. He has probably broken more bones than any other fifth grader, but he never lets that slow him down at recess, unfortunately. He loves rap music and Post Malone's lyrics flow out of him like a pro while keeping the beat at his desk. With a sarcastic yet humorous side, he loves to roast his teachers, but can dish it better than he can take it. Just kidding. He dreams of fancy cars and championship rings, and if he stays on this current track, he is sure to accomplish them both. This Achievement Award goes to Todd McGrath.
Funny, outgoing, smart, and helpful are just a few words that come to mind when thinking of this student. This kind young lady can typically be found offering to help others in and out of the classroom. She's quick to put others first, often volunteering for others to go before her, work with her, or simply help them with a task. She's passionate about her work, and she tries her best to ensure her writing communicates the right message and is the best work she is capable of. Always willing to perform for her audience, she's ready to sing, dance, or cartwheel down the hall at the drop of a hat. She dazzled in this year's performance of Willy Wonka, and that confidence on the stage has trickled into the classroom. The values she has learned as a Girl Scout have provided her with the necessary tools to act responsibly and to always demonstrate a strong work ethic. She always has a clear goal in mind and eagerly awaits the opportunity to share her opinion and ideas with others. When faced with a challenge, this student works to advocate for her needs as she takes great pride in the finished products she presents to her teachers. For the past 3 years, she has been a dedicated member of Girls on the Run, acting as a leader to her peers and younger runners. Despite being in a boot for the end of the season, she channeled her inner Serena Williams to dream crazier as she pushed herself to finish out the season and the 5K. The drive to achieve the goal she set encouraged her to take more risks this year, and they have certainly paid off. This Achievement Award goes to Brianna Miller.
AIM runs smoothly every day for a lot of reasons, one of which includes the kind and quiet diligence of this student, who ensures that everyone has their correct materials, All laptops are in the right space in the cart and charging properly, and everyone feels included and special. She has a smile that radiates kindness and is always the first to volunteer to help someone. She quietly completes her work, often without any prompting necessary, and always approaches it with enthusiasm, focus, and perseverance. An incredibly gifted natural athlete, she finds joy in almost any sports-related activity and is a treasured team member. She is also a gifted artist. Truly, this student is multi-talented and excels at whatever she puts her time and energy into. She served as a stellar Reading Olympics team captain, unifying the team and building spirit. When the team was under pressure, she calmly built consensus and helped the team think clearly to answer tough questions. She was seen on the Philadelphia Zoo trip carrying her zoo recycling bag filled with her classmates' water bottles. She never stops caring for others in so many kind and thoughtful ways. Athletic, strong, intelligent, insightful, perceptive, and quick to help, we have no doubt she is going to achieve great things. This Achievement Award goes to Makana Newman. This next Avenger is an expert in all things Greek mythology. This student has an intense passion for Marvel and could talk your ear off about anything and everything related to their comics. He has a true engineering brain and can replicate any LEGO creation on Earth and beyond. Incredibly caring, he will always stand up for those who don't have a voice. He is by far one of the most thoughtful individuals. When he's not in class, he can be found wandering the halls, pondering life's most meaningful wonders. His leadership skills were on full display in homeroom, as he helps with not only his own job, but everyone else's as well. This student is a gifted storyteller who can tell you about anything, anytime. He is able to empty his brain and get his thoughts out without hesitation. He's a gifted writer with a distinct voice and has an innate ability to hook the reader from line one. Even though he has made progress in all his academic areas, the most notable is in reading, where he has applied any and all learned strategies. His star smile is on display every day when he walks in the building, and he has had a stellar first year as part of the AIM community. This Achievement Award goes to Tristan Riley.
Wise beyond her years, this young lady is inquisitive, empathetic, and passionate. She is a strong advocate for equal rights, especially for women and girls. She was the perfect choice to portray Artemisia Gentileschi in IH, a groundbreaking female artist who always persevered and demanded respect and admiration. Her passion is most evident in her love for animals, specifically her dog Georgia, even if Georgia keeps her up all night. In her Animals in Society unit, she quickly took on the role of an animal advocate and was even known to shed some tears when she felt the animals we read about had been treated unethically. With a knack for adventure, she loves getting lost in a good book or imaginative story and traveling around the world on service trips. She has an incredible sense of humor and is always ready with a good joke or meme. Ever wonder why unicorns don't exist anymore? Just ask her. She will always be the first to ask, "Can I use my iPad?" and would happily spend her days playing Prodigy and pixel art or watching YouTube. Always enriching the culture of her classroom, she challenges those around her to think about the world in new ways. This student wholeheartedly embodies the idea that if you use your powers for good, you can truly change the world. We know she will. This Achievement Award goes to Otelia Sears.
This future engineer has been soaring through the halls of Ames since first grade. A talented and dedicated artist with a knack for linear perspective, he is always willing to put in extra time and effort to ensure that he has completed the work to the best of his ability. His artistic talents do not stop there, as he is a gifted pianist who can learn the most challenging of songs quickly and perform them confidently. With a love for creativity, he excelled at taking on the role of the revolutionary hero Nathan Hale for the Famous Americans Project. He has made amazing progress in writing and has displayed incredible independence when tackling his writing prompts. While he isn't busy and hard at work, you might find him tinkering with robots and maybe even making a few of his own in the makerspace. Ask this young man any fact about Star Wars, and he will enlighten you and impress you with his enthusiasm and distinct knowledge. It is quite easy for him to bring a smile to your face with his sensitive heart, compassionate warmth, and the punniest of shirts. As you move into the middle school, young Padawan, may the 6th grade be with you. This achievement award goes to Max Side.
This tenacious young man and master debater could give anyone a run for their money. With his lightning-quick wit and strong sense of equality and fairness, he is a force to be reckoned with. Whether it is showing grit and determination on the middle school soccer team or sticking up for a friend, this kid has got your back. He is a true leader who is always willing to lend a helping hand or run an errand. Run being the important word. In fact, he could run circles around Usain Bolt when he is supposed to be taking a walk. He is always the first to volunteer to help a peer or teacher, and his extensive vocabulary serves him well when playing his favorite board game. When out on the field, he plays soccer like Messi and throws the football like Wentz while yelling, "Watch out!" This Jesse of all trades claims he is never hungry, but is always looking for some light refreshments from Nurse Tia or from our cereal stash. Although there is a strict no-phone policy, we have been known to bend the rules when he proudly displays pictures of his adorable nephew. This achievement award goes to Jesse Silverman.
This sport enthusiast is a stellar student who never fails to incorporate a sports reference during each class. He finds any excuse to speak about his beloved teams and to let you know how he feels about the current stats and performance of any player on any team. With an extensive knowledge of the team and its longtime rivalries, this die-hard Sixers fan diligently worked on his public speaking skills before crushing his classroom presentation on the topic. Over the course of the school year, he meticulously planned out his homework schedule to be flexible when it came to watching, playing, or simply discussing sports. He truly achieved this balance as he completed a challenge to avoid the use of electricity to more fully relate to a character in a novel on the night of a big NBA game. He got by on a technicality because he didn't use technology. He only overheard the whole game from the comfort of his home. Off the court and the field, this young man made incredible progress with mastering his multiplication facts and elaborating on his writing. Michael Jordan and Allen Iverson may be the GOATs of the NBA, but this student is the GOAT when it comes to being a team player and always doing what he can to help out and include a friend. His non-stop flexing of his mad vocabulary and typing skills paid off as he ultimately defeated Miss Mulhall in the Complet Typing Challenge. As this student continues to show grit in both in and out of the classroom, he is sure to achieve and surpass any goal he sets. This achievement award goes to Jude Sosa.
This young man always enters a room with a composed energy that is contagious. A competent and skilled negotiator with a witty and extremely literal sense of humor, he is bound to achieve anything he sets his mind to. He's who you want in charge if you need things done efficiently. For example, he famously organized the materials for the MLK sock roll activity completely on his own. His recess mission includes ensuring fairness. One fifth-grade recess team can't be stronger than, not then, the other. This student saved Mrs. G's April 1st encore lesson. The planned origami craft proved to be a little trickier than expected. So this student reminded her to just say, "April Fools." We are grateful to have this artistic, insightful, creative problem solver who has proved to be a natural leader during his first year here at Eaton. His Famous Americans Project background poster reflected his extreme attention to detail and his desire to fully embrace his learning. Increasingly willing to be vulnerable enough to show his deeply compassionate and empathetic side, he has grown as an advocate not only for himself, but also with all of his classmates. Known to be a deep thinker, he is able to dissect complex plots and explain them simply, especially in his writing. We believe this is a reflection of his intuitive understanding of the world. He is one who always has more follow-up questions. He seeks to dig deeper and often sees his unique connections in the world that not everyone else can readily see. This achievement award goes to Laszlo Staley Smith.
Many words describe this young man, but a few stand out. A natural leader, an inquisitive thinker, and a skillful negotiator. He has grown leaps and bounds since his days downstairs in the first grade classroom, both in size and in smarts. His commitment to his academics has transformed him into a sophisticated writer, a stellar mathematician, and a Wilson graduate. He is a natural leader in many ways, in the classroom, on the field, and as an older brother to his younger sisters. As a budding rock star, he has impressed the AIM community with his lit guitar performances. You may be seeing his show, Ladies of the 80s, in a venue near you soon. His passion and dedication are admirable, and he has no greater passion than that of Boston sports. Despite spending his days in a sea of Eagles green, he has never wavered from his one true love. He proudly wears his Patriots and Red Sox gear on a daily basis and is never one to shy away from a discussion or polite argument about his teams. This crew will certainly miss him next year as he trades in his blue and gold for a jacket and tie. This achievement award goes to Oliver Stinson.
this student never fails to surprise or impress his teachers and classmates with his wealth of knowledge and fun facts about the world. This student has a shockingly impressive grasp on the classroom vocabulary, wonderfully applying it to various classroom discussions, writings, and conversations with classmates. Often referred to as a secret weapon in football, this competitor strategically chooses his time to strike against the opposing team. He is extremely observant, often taking a unique perspective and making magnificent connections between the text, conversations, and real-life examples. This brilliant attention to detail supports his ability to put the pieces together and show up his classmates when solving the mysteries of stories with holes. Then he quickly assumes a Joe Poole-esque persona as he crosses his arms, leans against the board, and asks if he can throw his classmates off the track. He loves to share his ideas and experiences in the classroom, often too excited to contain himself about an amazing connection he's made. Outside of the classroom, he can be found cracking jokes with his friends and eagerly waiting to move on to the next task. Whenever his groups take a break, he can be heard yelling over everyone that this is tyranny, as he would rather do anything other than take a movement break. He's always up for the challenge of improving his work or pushing himself a little harder, as he knows there is no limit for what he can accomplish. This achievement award goes to James Talbot.
This outgoing and energetic student is always sporting a big smile that matches her bubbly personality. A friend to all and a personal assistant to all of her teachers, she is never caught without an ID badge, a massive water bottle, or her gnarly squad. She has developed into a creative and sophisticated writer, even though she uses the word clearly in every other sentence. This Wilson graduate exudes confidence as she now believes she is qualified to be a Wilson teacher. A diligent planner, she is already working on how teaching a Wilson class will fit into her middle school schedule next year. Her obsession with Taylor Swift is no joke. Whether staying up until midnight so she didn't miss the big countdown reveal, or was it 11:30 a.m., or writing a 3-page essay to convince Miss CG that Tay was worthy of being considered a groundbreaking woman, the student certainly takes the title of #1 fan. She is dedicated to her activities outside of school, including dance, camp, and, as she will make sure to tell you, a 3-year Girls on the Run participant who always shows her star power. This achievement award goes to Haley Warzynski.
This gnarly and spunky young lady is a leader amongst her 5th grade peers. Throughout her years at AIM, she has consistently embodied the STAR's behaviors and has proven to be an amazing role model for her classmates. A future award-winning author, this gifted writer wholeheartedly represented Alexander Hamilton with enthusiasm and grace during the Famous Americans project. A caring and supportive student, she is always willing to help and at the ready to do any favor for any of her teachers. A first-year participant in Girls on the Run, she's a fast, strong runner who works to push her pace and set goals for herself. She's an animal advocate who adores her dogs, Sammy and Simba, even helping to coordinate the schedule for the fish feeding in her homeroom. She does not go unnoticed as she travels the hallways of AIM, always sporting the most colorful ensembles with the most vibrant of socks. It is easy to say that these unique ensembles only add to her dazzling and effervescent personality. This achievement award goes to Elizabeth Wiedemann.
words of their own.
Good morning. We would like to welcome parents, family, friends, and special guests to our lower school moving up ceremony. I, along with my fellow fifth grade peers, have a number of people to thank for helping us get to this point in our educational career.
Our entire journey through elementary school has helped us get to this pivotal moment of our fifth grade culminating activity.
We have read countless novels and spent tireless hours writing and revising our multi-paragraph pieces, and practice our mathematic concepts and facts to fluency. This entire school we've exceeded our own expectations by reading, writing, and achieving math goals to their greatest potentials. We could not have completed all this work to a maximum level if it were not for the undying love and support of all of our teachers and our ever-living families. For this, we wish to take the time now to thank our beautiful families with a brief poem. The poem is entitled "You Give So Much Sheen," and revised from my poem by Joanna Hughes. Family and friends, I wonder if you know how much I care. All I have is because you all were there. I thank you for the time you spent doing all you did. You helped me now, you helped me then. And I was just a little kid.
Unselfish, giving, loving, and more.
You gave so much to me. Without you all, I just don't know where on earth I'd be. Thank you for the way you are. Like angels from above. I thank you for everything and give you all my love. I need you now, I needed you then.
I know your love will never end. Thank you for always being there for us.
We love you very much.
After the ceremony, please accept this small token as a symbol of our sincere appreciation. Please enjoy these two video presentations.
Won't you come see about us? We'll be upstairs, moving up to sixth grade. Tell us, do you think we're ready? You give us everything we need to succeed. We've learned so much in fifth grade. Thank you to our teachers for filling our brains. Wolfpack, together we'll lead. The lower school's just a fond memory. Don't you forget about us. Don't you forget about us. Will we all stay close friends? Stick together, always there. Always talking, always Don't you forget anything. Your reading and math. Under our wings we are up for challenges too. Dr. G, we're ready for you. Won't you come see about us? We'll be upstairs, moving up to 6th grade, going to miss 5th grade. Our teachers have prepared us to go. Let's go!
Dear Dr. Gallagher, we accept the fact that we will have to leave the lower school and move on to bigger and better things in the future. But we want to write a note as you wonder who we are and what you should be ready for, because trust us, it won't be simple. Over the year, our lower school teachers have helped us realize that we can each be
creative thinkers, and a sports star, an artist, and a good friend, a star student.
Does that answer your question?
Rising 6th graders. Don't you? As you walk the halls, will you call our names? As you walk the halls, will you call our names? Will you say hello? Can we stop on by? Can we stop on by? When we're in the GRC, can we come say hi? I say la 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 la.
turning point, fork stuck in the road. Tongue grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this dance and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and their skill on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. You had the
I don't know about you, but I am almost speechless about the awesomeness of that video, fifth graders, that you put together, and all of the amazing photos that really capture such an incredible year. So a huge round of applause to all of you. This has been such a remarkable tribute to our students. We're so proud of you. And thank you so much, families and friends, for being here to celebrate these really, really amazing students. In a moment, the students will file out, and we invite family and friends to please join us right over here in the atrium for some refreshments. And on your way out, fifth graders, please don't forget to get your certificate and a small gift from the table that's right in the back of the gym. So at this point, fifth graders, I invite you to please stand, and congratulations to the fifth grade class.
reach out my hand, oh, Messiah, oh, tell you right. What is it over the arm? Well, pick